Hi everyone, welcome back to DeFi Daily. Today we have another episode about the series dedicated to Drip Network, Animal Farm, and the whole ecosystem. The topic that we will talk today is one of my favorites, and it's something that I really think it is one of the most important into the whole system. That you need to absolutely to know it in depth in order to maximize your yield and to be able to take this opportunity, because that's true. There is an opportunity because many people are doing and I'm making a ton of money. But it's also true that you need to know the nature of this protocol, and it's not just about a drip, it's just about all the system, all the protocols that are using this kind of dynamic. And I will explain exactly what does it mean redistributing money and what are the hidden costs that are related to this kind of protocols, because most of them are probably something that is undervalued by the average user, but they are really important. Just remember that my goal into this channel and into this video is just giving you tools. I'm not a financial advisor and I don't want to give you any advice. I am an analyst. I'm doing researches into this space in order to share with you the best knowledge and give you tools to understand the nature of each protocol in order to take the best decision for your investments and for your portfolio. Remember also that if you want to receive a notification, you want to stay updated the next time I will publish another content about this series, remember to subscribe. And if you want to also help me, remember also to leave me a big thumbs up and drop a comment. Okay, let's start immediately. I want to start with this slide. And this slide is summarizing how Drip is working and how also Animal Farm is working. And I know that is probably a hyper simplified slide, but I want to give you the concept. And after that, I will also show you what are the exceptions, because yes, there are a couple of them. I want to start saying that in the moment when you are using Drip Network, what you need to know to do is do an initial deposit. Let's suppose that we have 5 users, and 5 users are depositing inside the protocol, each of them $10. So at a certain point, we will have a protocol that have inside $50. So in the moment when all the 5 users has deposited $10 each, the protocol will have inside into the smart contract around $50. And in that moment, the protocol will start paying yield to the different users. And as we know, the amount that the protocol will pay is about 1% daily. And the protocol can keep producing just printing money, because remember, what the Drip protocol is giving you is Drip tokens. And the value of your Drip tokens is something that is changing during the time according to the market condition. But the money that you are seeing inside your account, your Drip account, is just theory. If we make the sum of all that kind of Drip tokens, all of that kind of value, and we try to take profit, the reality is that you will never be able to take, or at least not all of the users will be able to take profit, because the reality is that inside the protocol we have just $50. We are not able to multiply money. If we are depositing inside the protocol $50, it doesn't matter how much is the value of the Drip token or any other token, because the same concept applies to dog, that is the token of Animal Farm, pigs, but the same concept could apply also to Titano, that is another protocol that is following some kind of similar dynamic. So the reality is that inside the protocol we have a certain amount of money, and this is the only amount of money that we are able to distribute to all the holders. So at the end of the story, we will have a situation when the project will simply close, where we will have someone who will be able to earn, let's say, $23. So it will be able to make 2x on his initial deposit. Someone else will be able to make $14. Someone else will be able to make $11. But if these 3 users made around $48, it means that the last 2 users will be able to receive just $2. And the reality is that is just related to the timing, because there is a time when you are for real able to take your profit and to take out your money. Because as long as you are not able to use your drip tokens to go to the grocery and be able to pay with them, or if they are not really creating any kind of value. And what does it mean creating value? Just to give you an idea. Hector Finance, even if it is a hyper speculative project, it is trying to create value. And how it is trying to create it? Through some real financial tool that could be through a lending protocol, could be through the possibility to integrate with other protocols that are for real creating something that could be useful. Something useful is, for example, being able to swap two different tokens. This is something that we need to have this kind of tool, and we need it, and we are willing to pay for it. Because if I have some Ethereum and I want to swap them into some Bitcoin, I need some kind of tool that is able to do it. And this is creating value because I'm solving a problem. And this problem is allowing people to swap two kind of stuff. The same story applies to ROM-DAO. ROM-DAO is solving the problem to create an environment, or at least, let's say the reality. It is trying to do it because right now the protocol, or at least what us as users are able to do inside the protocol, is pretty primitive. So something that is just at the beginning. Right now, ROM-DAO is just a DAO. The features that are available are pretty basic. But the idea, if the protocol will be able to succeed, is to create some kind of gamification, allowing the users to enjoy the experience inside the protocol, having also the opportunity to do some kind of financial stuff. But the idea is enjoying gamification. That's the concept. On Drip Network, the whole idea is the reason why all the users are joining the network, even if inside the white paper, both on Drip and also on Animal Farm is written pretty clear. You are a player. That's just a game. Just a game that is leveraging the game theory. And it is a game that has been built into a pretty great way, because that's reality. The work that has been done in the way that the whole system has been structured, it is a great job, and it is building a layer on top of a layer in order to keep the user inside and keep playing and keep producing some kind of yield. But at the end of the story, we know that as long as these kind of protocols are not able to create any kind of yield, real yield, because in this moment the only real yield that the Animal Farm is producing is through this system here. As you can see, you have the opportunity to deposit WBNB and BUSD. In the moment when you are depositing this kind of token, the Animal Farm protocol will bring this liquidity and will put it on PancakeSwap and will receive some kind of yield from PancakeSwap. On the other side, they are not giving you this kind of yield because they are paying your dividends just through minting new tokens, new dogs. And they are saying to you, man, take these dogs and add liquidity to dogs BUSD or dogs WBNB, because you can earn even more if you stake them into the PigPin here, and you will start earning BUSD. As you can see, it is really clever the way they are building the different levels in order to create more engagement, in order to push people to stay inside the system. The reality is that at a certain point, due to the fact that all of us, all of the people that are using the protocol, they know that in the moment when the price is dumping, or if they will see the price dumping, they will take profit, because a panic sell will happen for the simple reason they know that if they don't take profit, they have a problem, because they are not able to use their pigs or their dogs to buy a home or to buy a food at the grocery. They are all aware of it. So at a certain point, yes, we can start and we can keep building a level on top of another level. The point is that at a certain point, the curve, that it is an exponential curve, will simply get the point where there is not any more space to grow. Yes, that's not yet the point, but in a certain future, we don't know when, because for the simple reason that these kind of systems are completely unpredictable. It is possible that at a certain point it will stabilize, but when it will happen, it's something that we can't forecast. What we just know is that if a system is not producing any kind of yield, it's not producing any kind of real yield, real value, it could be just enjoying real financial tools that are solving some kind of problems, enabling someone to do something, but they are just speculative projects, exactly as it is Drip, Animal, or Titano, or any other node, or any other system that is just producing no real yield, but just taxes. At the end of the story, we are just redistributing money. Plus, there is a hidden cost that is related to network fees, because it's not true if all the 5 users has spent, let's say, $10, it doesn't mean that the protocol will have $50. It's not true, because for each transaction there are also network fees. So it means that a portion, a small percentage of the amount of money of crypto that is moved by users will go simply to the validator, to the network, in order to make it possible to complete this kind of transactions. Plus, there is slippage. It depends on how deep is the liquidity. You will have also to pay. You will lose money due to the slippage. Plus, there are taxes. It depends from the moment when you are entering or exiting a certain position. You will be more or less affected by taxes. Plus, you have always to remember that an hack is quite possible. And yes, the protocol can have this kind of amount, but if it has been hacked, it will lose this kind of amount and you will lose also your money. This is something that you have to take in account. You can't just forget about it, because that's how the DeFi space is working, and you have to take in account also the possibility of an hack, even if the protocol looks like great or secure. Security 100%, it doesn't exist in this space. Plus, this last point here, opportunity cost, is something that is even more important, and is something that most of the people are simply ignoring. Because remember, there is always another kind of investment that you can take advantage into this space. The most basic one is, for example, just depositing your stable coins on Anchor protocol. So it means that you have an opportunity cost that at a minimum of 20%, that is the amount that the Anchor protocol is paying right now. The reality is that the opportunity cost is even higher, because as we know, we have different strategies in order to push this 20% to around 30%. So my message through this video is, guys, be aware that all of these systems, that's true, that can give you a lot of money, because you can be one of the users that is receiving this $23. But remember, for any users that is taking money, is in profit, that is real in profit, because it is able to withdraw their profits and go back to their home with some more money, there is another user that is losing money. And this is something that you have to be aware. Please be among the users that are in profit and are for real able to take their profit. And most of all, remember, allocate to these projects just a small amount of your portfolio. There is nothing bad to decide to use Drip Community, Animal, Titano, or any other kind of hyper speculative project. Could be even fun. That's true. It's nice to have this kind of community dynamics, this kind of team building, or the possibility to play, to look at the amount of your seeds, for example, on an animal farm or in the drip garden that is growing, that is allowing you to do other stuff, could be quite enjoyable. And that's great. But be aware of the nature of this kind of protocols, because that's just another way to redistribute money. Someone will earn a lot, someone else will lose a lot. Be aware of it and allocate the right amount into this protocol and all the protocols that are having the same nature. Guys, I hope that this video helped you to better understand what does it mean redistributing money and what are the hidden costs, because these costs are real and are really, really important. Guys, thank you for following me. Remember, if you have any kind of question, just write me into the comment section below. And if you want to stay updated, remember to subscribe. And if you want to help me, leave a big thumbs up and drop a comment. I will see you tomorrow with another video. Bye, guys.